West Coast Pop Love Podcast, coming to you from Big Studios in Compton, California, featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores, comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C, and Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop love.
Yo, what's up? It's that time again. It's time for the West Coast Pop Block Podcast. Tuesday nights, the #1 live podcast every Tuesday night. Coming to you from Compton, California, and Pigs Studios. With
Mara,
that
you
hard
survived. You survived the darker waves.
I did survive the darker waves.
Was it extra dark?
It was dark. It was sad. I have a lot to complain about. But it was a good time. Good time.
It was good. I heard.
How can you complain about a good time?
I heard it was good. All I heard coming out of there when it was immediately as this was like, I want to know what Mario thinks.
And speaking of Mario, I want to say what's up to the homeboy. Mario's giving a big shout out from the neighborhood out there, growing up with this gentleman, Mario Adami. What's cracking, homeboy? Hey, thank you for listening, my man. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, man.
The West Coast Pop Lock famous Adami family.
Hey, we had Chuck in here before, and wow, I like to bring Mario in, man. He has some fucking crazy ass cool stories, shit that you grew up with, and like we were talking earlier. I mean, not to get specific, but stuff that you lived through, and then you look back and like, fuck.
Sure.
I escaped all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
got through it.
did it.
Because so many people don't, and then you look back and you're like, fuck, man, that could have been me, that could have been me, that could have been me.
Yeah. Sure.
But you made it out, man.
Wasn't even gonna talk about one of the owners of the comedy club that I work at and do stand up at died this past week. Dex Carvey, Dana Carvey's son, died of accidental drug overdose. Like fucking.
Accidental? You're doing drugs. There's the possibility.
Sure, but that's like a car accident's still an accident, even if you're driving. You know, it's a possibility that you're gonna get in an accident and die.
But it's a little different though, man. Like you're doing drugs that are going to kill you for sure. Car is not for sure, but it happens, right?
But yeah, people do cocaine all the time and don't die.
But what I'm trying to get at is that now we know that it's starting, like fentanyl's been getting put in it, but you're just taking a risk, Of
course.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's accidental.
It wasn't on purpose. That makes it an accident.
Well, no, because he chose to take it knowing that it could kill him because of the fentanyl.
That's everything.
All right.
It's not worth the chance. Yeah, that's just crazy nowadays.
Yeah, that is crazy though. Because I think about that. I've never done coke, and I never done coke because I'm a big dude, and I always thought like if I do coke, my heart's gonna explode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And every big, like even any actor or comedian that's been a big dude, what did they die from? Coke. And it didn't have fentanyl back then.
Sure.
It was just because your heart's like, hey, bro, what the fuck are you doing to me? So I always stayed away from that shit. But I was interested in it before.
It makes you feel alive. It just makes you keep going.
Yeah,
keeps going and going and going.
Shit, yeah.
Just drinking an espresso. Honestly.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I heard.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So we have a special guest. We've had you on here before.
Yes, sir.
And we just wanted to catch up with you again. And I think you're going to be playing a couple tunes as well.
Hell yeah.
And Rare Heart.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
What have you been up to?
Damn, writing a lot.
What are you been up to?
Tons of life. I want to say, honestly, it's been the longest year of my life, but the most fulfilling year of my life. Like, it's felt like 4 years in 1 year, and the year's not even over yet. And I'm just like, holy shit. But I've enjoyed every second of it. I mean, I went on a vision quest. That shit was crazy. Beautiful experience. It was like 4 days, no food, no water, no human contact, out in the forest. Poof. Shit was intense, but I learned a lot.
Anything? Did you drink anything?
Sober.
Sober?
No food, no water.
Damn.
4 days straight, bro. I mean, by the third day going into that fourth, or the third night going into the fourth day, I couldn't sleep. I was trying. I was just like tossing and turning, just like aching, like having little visions, like sliding down this hill. Nothing about it was comfortable. You know what I mean? I did that. That shit was life-changing. Fucking.
When was this?
This was in May 17th, I believe it was the day.
It's gonna be May.
What did you get out of it? I mean, no specifics. I know that some of those journeys are
you don't want to say it all.
Personal, you know. But like, what did you get out of it? Like, did it change your outlook? Did it change the way you approach things now? Did it change maybe the direction you're going in?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, it changed everything for me. It really, best way I could put it, because I grew up in the hood. I think we talked about that last time a little bit. Some crazy shit in the past. Things you can't control. You can't control where you're born and all that, right? And growing up in that manner, there's just like so many different types of traumas that normal people per se wouldn't ever experience. And it's not like you're just getting one of those, you're getting multiple of those, right? And I did that as a kid. And so like I think when I went on that retreat or that vision quest, it really was the first time where all those holes I had inside of me, like I felt like it was filled, but it was filled by myself, you know what I mean? And it was like there's just this beautiful transformative moment where like, this was that third day, and they tell you, like, stay in your prayer, like, stay focused. They gave me a really beautiful prompt that was like, wow, this is going to get me through. And I remember this moment where, like, I went up there with a clear mind. I was like, whoa, like, everything is good in my life right now. This is crazy. I'm, like, set up to just receive whatever I'm supposed to receive. Up there, all these traumas are coming up, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I thought I dealt with you. I thought you're good, like almost like little demons, where I was like, why am I feeling this right now? And that day, I feel like I died up there in the sense where it was just like, I just like surrendered and realized like, yo, why the fuck am I still carrying this shit? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I went through a lot, and it's good to help others with those experiences, but maybe it was time for me to like really lay it down and be like, I don't need to carry this shit, actually. I don't need to carry this shit to help people. Nothing like that. Like, I could just put this down, put this to rest. And so it was like, that was one big thing that happened for me. And like also there's the matter of like mental strength where you're like, fuck, I forced myself to not eat or drink water for 4 fucking days, and I survived that shit. And it was hard, but I did it. There was like a beauty in embracing that suffering in a way. It was like, holy shit, no, I could do whatever the fuck I put my mind to. Like,
giving yourself permission to put down grief, sadness, guilt, like all that stuff, like giving yourself permission, like that. When I came back from Peru, like if there was, like you say, like what was the point? Like what did you get out of it? The one thing that I got out of it more than anything, and I don't know why it even fucking mattered, but being given permission to like, yo, you don't have to carry that around anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you can put that down, and you don't have to, because in my mind, the thought of not feeling guilty made me feel guilty. Like, I can't not feel guilty about this. Like, this is, the people on the other side of me being an asshole want me to feel guilty. And it's like, no one gives a fuck if you feel guilty. Like, go ahead. Go ahead and put that down. Like, it's not, then it was like, oh, all right, you put it down. But like that thought, like feeling guilty about not feeling guilty was something to deal with too. Where it's like, no, you can feel good. Like you don't have to. It's cool. And it's like, oh, all right.
No, yeah, it is like that. I mean, there was definitely things where I was just like, whoa, okay, like, yeah, I just don't have to carry this anymore. You know what I mean? Like I mean, I think I talked about losing my father at a young age last time. It's through gang violence. I always used to carry that as like a badge of honor, like, hey, I survived this. Like, hey, I got you. Look, I survived this. You know what I mean? And
you can too. And blah,
exactly.
Blah, yeah.
But I realized, I was like, yo, there's a couple of these, and this is like getting heavy. And I didn't realize it was heavy until, like you said, you give yourself that permission to be like, actually, thank you for the lessons. I'm good now. That like I can carry that and walk away.
Leave this right here.
Yeah, and you got a physical spot where I suffered. That shit is permanently up there, bro. I'll never forget that spot. I'm like, thank you. But that was some shit. That was some crazy shit I did this year for sure.
It's crazy how we have to go to extremes to allow ourselves to forgive ourselves, as opposed to just realizing like, man, like life is what it is and you have to accept it. But going to those extremes.
And then it's moving too fast to feel bad about, like we're still going. Like maybe at the end, when everything, it's like, oh yeah, I kind of felt like that was pretty, but like we're going too fast to be like, you can't, man. Just keep going.
I have an uncle that we haven't spoken to in years. And I hadn't spoken to him since my mom passed away, and then my other cousins either, blah, blah, blah. And so he's like pretty much like, you know, the doctor's like, that's it. And so he's in the hospital. He can't leave. Like, they're just waiting, you know?
Yeah.
So my sister goes, go see him. And I'm like, what am I going to tell him, you know? But when I got there, he just looked at me, shrugged his shoulders, and, you know, said hello. And, you know,
that's it, man.
That was it. And I could feel that weight came off of him.
Sure.
As well as me.
You start thinking about what's really important.
Yeah.
What's important in this situation.
But see, that's another sad part of the whole thing is that you start seeing the importance when you start seeing the end. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we could have fixed this years ago and been chill. And still had some more of the memories that we had already made before, and had that opportunity to create those again, and maybe even celebrate the people that have gone on. But now, you know, it was like, you know, crazy.
Hey, cool, we squashed it, man.
Yeah. But then I had some of my cousins too. You know, they were like, oh, what if he tells us to leave? And I go, bro, that's just part of like just going. Just go.
Right. Put yourself out there and like allow whatever's going to happen.
And they went, and he was happy, and he was laughing, and he was having a good time with them. And, you know, so it helped him a little bit too, I think. You know, I think especially if I'm not at the end, but I can see it. I can see if you're at the end of your life and you're like, you know what, fuck, I haven't talked to him and that and this and that. And maybe they hate me. Maybe they don't. You don't know. And that's going through your head. And once you realize, no, they don't.
Like, it's cool.
It's cool. Whatever happened, bro. And you can have that more like relief. But yeah, so extremes, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to go do one of those, bro. One of those fucking extreme things. Did you go with a bunch of people and you guys just separated up there, or
Pretty
you just
much,
went?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They did a whole sweat lodge the night before, which honestly, that was way more scary than the vision.
I'll bet.
Well, because it's so hot. There's no windows. There's no nothing. And it's my first one ever. And luckily, my buddy who took me up there, the house we were staying at had like a Estonian like sweat lodge, or what do you call them? You know, those hot rooms and shit. You know what I mean?
Sauna.
A sauna. There you go. Estonian sauna. And dude, I couldn't stay in there for 3 minutes. I was like, I think I'm gonna fucking faint. Like, I'm terrified I'm gonna collapse in here. Like, I'm gonna step out. He's like, yeah, you're good. For like 3 days in a row. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna survive this shit. Like, this is terrifying.
So you did the sweat lodge 3 days in a row?
No,
in the sauna, he couldn't handle it. Even the sauna before the sweat lodge.
The sweat lodge apparently can get up to like 100 degrees or something crazy like that. And it's like a wet one. So it's like they're throwing like water on like rocks that they've been heating all day, and the biggest fire I've ever seen. Like, you get there at 7 in the morning before you go on the vision quest, or no, before the day before the sweat lodge, and it's just this giant fire of rocks. And throughout the sweat lodge, they throw rocks in there. That's the only time the door opens.
So they can come in and put more hot rocks on there.
So it's just like, you're just like, oh, dude. Like, and so they told me a couple things. Like, look, like, if it's hot in there, you can put your face down on the ground. You know what I mean? You'll be able to breathe a little better. It's cooler.
Because the heat rises.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The lower you get.
And so, I don't know. I went in there, and the medicine man just told me something special for me, where he's like, yo, I didn't know this is your first time for everything. So, like, you know, pretty much, he's like, follow your heart, and your mind will follow. And honestly, that shit changed my life alone. Just that right there. And like, when I went in there,
like, I don't even need to do the sweat lodge.
I'm done.
Dude, he told me that.
I'm cool.
No, see that,
Can I get
and
my
doing
money
the
back?
sweat lodge, you were like, all right, this shit works. Like, that was all I could say to myself. And I was like, you're not gonna have a stroke, bro. You're not gonna have a stroke. Just stay in your heart. Just stay in your heart. Like, it sounds funny, but like, that shit.
You need that bullshit to hold on to in those dark times.
Oh yeah, you're like,
I've been in the darkness,
I can do
man.
this, you know, and like, whew. So you do that, and then you do the fucking vision quest, dude. Like, the next day, you got like 6 hours to eat and drink.
So they sweat it out of you and then send you out into nothing.
Well, no, but you said you get 6 hours to eat.
But it's like your last meal, dude. How much can you eat when you've actually already been prepping for the vision quest? So it's like 2 days or 24 hours to 48 hours if you could, no food or water.
What was your last meal?
My last meal, bro, my
Before
buddy
the vision
made
quest.
steak. He made steak and corn. And I decided to cheat a little, and I got myself I think a Dr. Pepper. And I remember being like, this is a bad idea, bro. You're so dehydrated. Like, you need to drink a gallon of water right now. But I was like, fuck it.
Listen to your heart.
Yeah.
I did. I was following that heart.
Your heart wanted that Dr. Pepper.
I wanted a Coke, but
Look,
I
man,
didn't
if
see
you're
one.
going to die, have a Dr. Pepper first.
I wanted a Coke, okay?
They wanted a Coke, but I got a Dr. Pepper.
And I was like, that's all they had. It was Mount Shasta, baby.
It was Shasta even. It was not even a Dr. Pepper. It was like a Dr. some shit.
Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb, yeah.
Why do you have to drop out of school, start making pop so soon? It's a Mitch Hedberg joke about how he's a doctor, and then Mr. Pibb came. He's not even a doctor. He's just a mister.
Mr. Pibb.
So now you go out there, you do this, you get your vision, you come back, you start writing new stuff.
Oh, bro, so you're able to take your instrument up there. It's a form of prayer. And I brought my guitar, and I actually came up with like 2 songs up there. I still remember them. I need to work on them more. They were more like band-based for sure. But I mean, I was showing him earlier, I've been writing like crazy. I always write like crazy, but I've been a little more organized this year. Mm-hmm. You know, I got like my set list of songs that are like out and are about to be completely out. And then it's like 30 songs that I wrote this year. And I'm like, I really like these songs. Like out of the 30, I want to put like at least 10 or 12 of these on an album, you know? And then I have like maybe another like 15, 20 songs that are like, I like these, but they need a lot of love, you know? So it's like, I've been writing a lot. The experience this year has been off the chain. I think that I'm in this mindset where it's like, I'm not a victim, I'm a creator, you know? Like, we all have circumstances we can't control, but it's like, are you a victim of circumstance or a creator of circumstance? And I've always chosen the latter, like, nah, fuck that. This is my story. And so, I mean, I went from being in the movie industry, you know, as a scenic artist and the whole strike happening and like pretty much the rug being pulled under me kind of felt like in a shady way. It wasn't. I think it's just business, you know, business is business, but fuck, bro. I went from having a dope-ass job and security to no job, and I was like, I gotta figure this out. And then I try to apply for unemployment, and some shit from COVID years catches up, or apparently I like got 1 week. I don't know. I fucked up my shit, right? So no assistance. I'm just like out here raw dogging life all year. Like what? And I was like, well, you know what? I could look at this as a problem, or I could look at this as an opportunity. And honestly, I started a little like side business painting, right? Doing that shit just to survive. Shit started building up a little. I did some cool shit for like Nike, did some shit for like Burning Man. I was like stoked about it. But in the midst of all that, dude, fucking grandfather passed, and I was there for him. I was like there to like wipe his ass, everything. Like at the very end, it was honestly an honorable experience to be like, whoa, I get to show up for you, you know, like when you're like going out, like I get to walk you out. Like I don't know, it wasn't a painful experience. I think especially with that mindset of more creator than victim, you just look at things as like, all right, what can I learn? What am I supposed to feel? Shit, you know, this is what I'm feeling. Let me just feel that. All right, cool. Like maybe I'll make a song of that. Maybe I'll make a note of that, and then just keep pushing. Cause like I think you were saying it earlier, you know, like life is so fast, it doesn't stop ever, right? And so I think this year has just been full of rich experience where I'm like, oh damn, like, hey, I'm good. Like, I mean, it's gonna be hard. There's definitely some moments where you're like, fuck, this sucks, but I'm grateful to experience it. You know what I mean? Like,
life gives you things that you necessarily don't want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But need.
Yeah.
And is when you least expect it too, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you're going through shit and you know, so yeah, man, that's crazy, dude. You walked him out as he walked you in.
That's what I'm saying.
As a kid, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, I was like, this is the least I can do for you, actually. When I think about it, like, you set me up, bro. Like, out of everyone in my life, this dude in particular made sure I was all right. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, you know, this is the very least I could do for you, bro, for sure. Like,
and you know what? I always find that most artists, especially musicians, go through these kind of experiences in life and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like what you're saying, like, you know, losing your job and then, you know, not having shit and having to figure it out and then, you know, going on your quest and everything you're doing.
Luckily, my quest was after all that, too. It was kind of like this weird climax, you know, where it's just like, I'm going, I'm just like taking the L's kind of in the chin, like, it's all right, it's all right, fuck it, And then I got to that vision quest and I was like, oh shit. And ever since, like, I don't know, shit happens, you know what I mean? You're like, fuck it, like, yeah, it's gonna be good. And from that,
you visualize it, and you get to look back on what happened and see it in a different light.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
I know, it's a crazy year, right? So I've been on that tip, but I've been writing a shit ton.
Do you have a band now? Do you have a full band that you play with? I know you had guys that would come and play with you here and there, but have you established a band now?
I did for a second, and I guess we're technically a band, but like shit, no one's hit me up. So I just have like a ton of different dudes essentially. Mm-hmm. I have this one band, Zen at the DMV, which is super dope band, super dope, so talented, but everyone's in a really committed band, you know, but as a unit, like, it's just like, we pretty much, Zen at the DMV, we just go jam out sets. Like, we'll go to play a show, and we'll just jam the whole thing out. And to us, when I record it, and honestly, to the audience, everyone's like, damn, how long you been practicing those songs? We're like, we just wrote them. And they're like, what? You know, and like, it's been fun because it lets me understand my talent where it's like, I'm good at freestyling vocals. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think that was a big deal. You know what I mean? I just thought like, that's what most people do. But that's how I write. I freestyle whatever I'm feeling, you know, like I'll freestyle it, I'll put it out there, whatever I'm hearing. And those dudes are like, dude, that's tough. Like when you do that shit, it makes it sound like a song. And I was like, oh shit, cool. You know, so I got that going on. The Rare Heart stuff has been exciting. I've just been working with different producers lately, songwriting circles, looking at some other opportunities that are looking really dope, like sync licensing stuff. So I'm just like crossing my fingers for that right now. But definitely, I'll definitely show you some of these songs too. They're very like the new ones. I don't know. Me personally, I like them. Mario could be lying to me, but I showed him some of them earlier.
Shit was fucking rad. I'm ready to go.
Are we gonna do some live stuff? For sure.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do does he have anything set up for video?
We do. It's actually one of my favorite songs, Good Times. We'll air that. I mean, do you want to go into that right now or?
Yeah, we can go and then we can talk about it after.
Okay. We can hang out and check out
Oh shit, you know what? Actually, have y'all heard Good Mantra, right?
Good what?
Good Mantra. Y'all hear that one?
I don't.
Was it the last time you were here?
It's the last one I released. Y'all should play that, honestly, if you want. I mean, you know, you could do Good Times. That's a great song, obviously, but...
where's it at? Does you have a YouTube?
It's on the... I think it should be on a YouTube link, but it should be on the Spotify for sure.
Mario's a YouTuber.
Yeah, it just would.
Just put Good Mantra, Rare Hearts. Something should pop up.
Something. It might not be it.
Yeah, we'll be watching something. Yeah, it's awesome to catch up with you again right now and just see what you've been going through, bro. That's because even last time you were here and you played that one song for us, and I was like, man, that shit is so good, dude. Oh, thanks, even at that time, I was telling you, like, that shit, it was radio ready, bro. And I don't know if some artists don't give a fuck about the radio no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know there's a bunch of people in LA that are like, you know what? I grew up listening to the radio, so to hear my shit while I'm cruising down, down the street, it's pretty dope. Because we still drive a lot in LA, you know?
Fuck yeah.
I still do, man. When I'm like really feeling it, I'm like, I'm gonna cruise up the 2. You know what I mean? Go to the mountains, Angeles Crest or some shit, cruise back.
And imagine someone being, hey, Rare Hearts right here, boom. And then play your song, you'd be like, fuck.
Dude, that's honestly when I heard it the first time on the radio, like I think it was like 88.7, I was like, what? Like, that little kid in me was like, I always dreamt of this. Like, what? And
then that's just one of those things, you get to, chalk it up as accomplished. Yeah, it always feels good to do that kind of shit.
That's what my buddy said. He's like, dude, your shit's out there. It's on a radio wave. It's out there now. And I was like, oh.
And I don't hear it, but in the universe.
Yeah.
Because where does that shit go?
Right?
Because it got to us, and then now it's out there just floating around. Like, I don't know what movie it was when they were like up in space and you hearing all the old shit coming through.
Oh, I don't even know. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. That does sound dope.
There was a movie where the guy was out in space, and I guess his aircraft couldn't land, or they were trying to figure out how to get him back in to our orbit or whatever.
Oh, was it an Interstellar?
Maybe. And then it was like he was going through all the old radio fucking waves, and he was hearing like different shit from different times. It's pretty sick.
Has to be Interstellar. Good movie. All right, I got that track ready.
There it is.
All right. See, I knew I could do it.
Rare Hearts.
You're strong, you're beautiful, your happiness, yeah, you're powerful. If you breathe these words, you'll see what I mean. You're strong, you're beautiful, your happiness, you're powerful. If you breathe these words, you'll see what I mean. Your growth, your pain, your suffering remains to be the backbone to your imperfections. Yeah, your beauty. I breathe these words, I'll be unstoppable. My growth, my pain, my suffering remains to be the backbone to my imperfections. Yeah, my beauty. Happiness comes from within. Don't you know? Happiness comes from within. Oh, don't you know? We got a choice. Yeah, you got a choice. So choose to be true. Choose to be the happiest person you can be. When I know it ain't easy, but you got to keep moving on. And I know it ain't easy, but if you look in the mirror, you will see you are beautiful. You are happiness. You are the peace and love this earth desperately needs. You are beautiful. You are happiness. And if you look in the mirror, you will see.
This game, you're not ready for it.
We're not ready for it.
No, we're not ready for it. Holy shit.
About this game. Microphone is. I'm trying to find out about this game right now.
Well, there's no game.
It looks incredible. Let's play. That's a play for free trailer.
And then, so Red Hearts is setting up right now.
Oh, I forgot all about that, man.
You were
I saw
trying
a
to-
video game.
You're like, I want this video game.
I was thrown for a loop. I was not prepared for him to take the stage already. Like, oh shit, we need to move now.
Yeah, no, we do. Mario says, dope. Thank you, man. Thank you. No, this guy's good, man. Since the first time he was here, I was just like, man, you got a great sound.
Thank you, man.
You know, and so to me, I was like, yo, this is radio ready shit, bro.
Making
Talk about
good
that sync lights and shit, man.
songs.
I've been playing with a lot of different bands. I'm just trying to put it together to just be at this point ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, you know what? There's some people that just like, in Spanish, it's called un don. So it's something that, you know, as, you know, Catholics, my mom was like, certain people have certain stuff that you're given, some gifts, you know? And there's people like you that have the gift to perform, to make music, and to, you know, create it, you know? So thank you.
That's my honor, honestly.
I want a gift.
You got one, bro.
No.
Yeah.
It's not as good as singing.
No,
It's
heck
not
yeah.
as good as singing.
It's just as important. You have the gift of making people laugh and forget who they are or what they're thinking about or what they're going through for whether it's 20 minutes, 10 minutes, or 5, bro. That's even just as more important than anything. You know, you're going through some crazy shit and you go see John and he's making you laugh and you've forgotten about that.
Hey, you love it. Yeah, you're present.
And, yeah. So your gift is just as important, man.
It's very important.
And last week he killed it.
Dang.
Go check out that episode because he killed it on the stage last week. I
shit.
voted for him like 10 times, but Gil still won.
Whatever.
Gil and the Gil Army.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
they came in
Gil.
strong.
They did come in strong. He had his whole Gilniverse fucking behind him.
And the MBU.
I know he's listening.
It was a good time though. A little bit different, obviously. Not exactly a West Coast, but
it was super fun.
Fuck
And
yeah.
like it all came together. Like there was
Yeah.
a couple hiccups at the beginning, but once we got it all locked in, it was a good time.
No, the
That
next one
was-
will be just as good.
Yeah, for sure. If we did that again, it would be fucking.
Oh, yeah.
We'd make it happen, no problem.
For sure. Okay. Let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready whenever y'all are. Trying to see which songs I should play first. I'm trying to just fuck around and show y'all some new shit.
Yeah, go ahead whenever you're ready. Just go for it.
All right, here we go. This one's called Holiday Blues. And I've been down, plastered to the ground. No pity or remorse. I need to change my course. And you've been far, but not in sight. I still hold on with all my might. Under the gun, I'll never run, but I may fall, 'cause I have some fears, and I crack my beer and sing low, 'cause I hate my holiday blues. I know I'm not alone. I crack my beer and sing low, on the holidays. I seem to fade. And I've been far, but not inside. You let go without a fight. I know it's fair. You don't have to care. I still hold on with all my might. Under the gun, I'll never run, but I may fall, 'cause I've got some fears, and I crack my beer and sing low, 'cause I hate my holiday blues. I know I'm not alone. I crack my beer and sing low, on the holidays. I seem to fade, 'cause I need love. Oh, I need love on the holidays. Hold me, oh love me, oh baby, oh love me, on the holidays.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are too sweet.
Oh,
I promise you I'll come back though and be super sick on the vocals.
No, that was it, bro. That's the newer song?
That's one of them, yeah.
Oh man.
Live on the West Coast Pop Lock
I
podcast.
told Mario, I was like, I'll sample them with y'all, and in a year when the record's done, you'll hear that version too. Obviously, shit
Yeah.
changes, you know what I mean? But
No, that shit was dope, man.
it's another one.
What's the name of this one?
Life should make it.
Here we go.
See what I mean?
Lately I've been tripping over all the wrong reasons. Instead of planting seeds of burning bridges every season. If you can't smell the roses and leave them alone as you're running on by, there's beauty in the pain if you got the eyes to see it. Time and time again I do my best to just receive it. Surrender with intention so I could retrieve it. 'Cause I know, yeah I know, yeah I know, life is what you make it. No control, just let go. We'll make it when we make it. If I'm down with a crown like the loneliest king, if I'm high I will shine like a beauty queen. 'Cause I know, life is what you make it. My anxiety's getting crazy 'cause I ain't doing shit. I know I should be getting after it all, but I'm watching it slip. Slow motion, no commotion, rolling off the bed like I'm drowning in the ocean. No eating, no sleeping for days. But I know, yeah I know, life is what you make it. No control, just let go. We'll make it when we make it. Yeah I know, life is what you make it. No control, just let go. The reality is I will always be what I tell myself, what I deem myself. I can't control fate, I can't change that. I can't undig the past, I already did that. I gotta let go of what I have no control. Oh. Life is what you make it. No control, just let go. We'll make it when we make it. 'Cause I know, life is what you make it. No control, just let go.
Hell yeah, man.
I need more water.
Give that water.
Damn, bro.
I need that water.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro, that all sounds real good. Even the vocals, the whole nine, everything, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. I mean, sounds like the last time we were here, bro. On point. Like, just, we got people up in there saying, Mario's down.
He's gonna download
Oscar's down. Great voice, bro. Your voice is perfect for what you're singing. And I don't know if these were just written after the Sweat Lodge and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear some of the things that you're bringing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, from that experience.
Letting go shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though, that part was freestyle.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I need to listen to this back because that was good. I was like, wait a minute, that was shit right there. All right, hold up.
Well, because it has you in that mindset again, thinking about that experience, and now up in here at the West Coast, and now you're like, mind opened up again, and get an opportunity to let it roll, man. It sounds tight. It sounds.
Stephanie
really
says, "We love you, Joe."
Oh, that's my Thea. Thank you, Thea.
Thea listening in. I don't know. We got time for one more to make you the hat trick.
All right, I'll do one more. I've been working on this one with my buddy Justin. It's called Escape. That's one of my favorite songs right now.
live right now on the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast.
All right, here we go. Love is over
think I'll watch a movie or my favorite movie. Maybe grab some CDs or them old DVDs. Flip on Tarantino, Notebook or Casino. Maybe play some Game Boy, 'cause she called me Playboy. That's not my heart breaking, I'm not here escaping. You can be my summer breeze, 'cause every night we'll fall in love with ease. You can be my summer joy, 'cause all I wanna do is escape with you. Summertime on my mind, 'cause all I wanna do is escape with you. Be my love, peace our world, 'cause all I wanna do is escape with you. All I wanna do is escape with you. Think I'll play some Xbox, see what's good for streaming. What's the Discord saying? Disassociating. Maybe jump on Reddit, just so I'll forget it. Twitter's kinda funny, think I lost my honey. You can be my summer breeze, 'cause every night we'll fall in love with ease. You can be my summer joy, 'cause all I wanna do is escape with you. Summertime on my mind, 'cause all I wanna do is escape with you. Be my love, peace our world, 'cause all I wanna do is escape with you. All I wanna do is escape with you. All I wanna do is escape with you. Thanks for letting me jam up here, guys.
Let's talk.
yeah,
There it
yeah,
is. Hell
shit.
yeah. I've never heard songs that talk about Reddit and,
Yeah.
and fucking
Playing
video
video
games.
games.
That was awesome.
It's about escapism, baby.
Yeah.
Johnny could relate.
You know what I mean? I was like, I go on Reddit when I want to escape too.
Hell yeah. I'm glad y'all could relate. And can sit over there. Sick.
Yeah, come back.
Hand,
so like,
hand clap emojis coming in by Stephanie, the Dia, showing some love.
That's love right there. Thank you.
You know, being in the industry, I have a lot of talented friends. And I consider you a friend.
Thank you, sir.
Not only of mine, but of the West Coast Pop Lock podcast. And it's
yes.
great to see you guys creating, man. You know what I'm saying? And just it's fucking awesome, dude. It makes me feel great when I see people out there that are attempting it and accomplishing it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because trying to do it or wanting to do it is one thing. But
Talking about it.
Yeah, talking about it. But when you see them do it, and then start you start seeing the progress and you start seeing like the maturity, and all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck, this guy or
He's
this
doing
girl,
it.
they got it. They got it.
Thank you, man.
And you have it. You've had it since the first time. In my opinion, you were on the show. And another good friend of mine, Johnny, here last week, he went on really quick, and I hadn't seen him in a minute, and he fucking killed it. In my opinion,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. All right, dude, this guy's fucking funny, and it just there was a different attitude that he had, and a different just demeanor last week, and I was meaning to text you afterwards and tell you that, but I'll tell you now. But I saw a different Johnny last
Hell
week.
yeah, man. Thanks.
And that's what I see with you right now, with the experiences that you've gone through, and what it is. Just a whole different person here.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can only imagine what else you have behind. What else you have coming.
Thank you.
I think we have a phone call that's trying to get in.
Phone,
yeah, we got a phone call coming in. Caller, you're on the West Coast.
Who is it?
What's up, man? We're calling for Joe Rojas.
Joe Rojas.
Oh, is this Matt Leo?
Oh yeah, this is Matt.
I caught that voice.
I'm here with the gang right now. We just saw you. That shit was
thank
lit.
you guys. I love y'all. Y'all the best. So quick backstory. I was supposed to do a Friendsgiving with my friends here.
Uh-huh.
And I was
Hey,
like,
bro,
guys,
we
this
love
shit's in
you.
Compton. I don't think I'm going to make
We're
it.
glad that you're there.
Well, you did
Thank
make
you,
it.
guys.
They were watching you while they were enjoying
Right?
some food. You made it. You made it through the airwaves, man.
Oh, thank you guys so much. That means the best.
Hey, thanks for the Portos.
Yeah,
we
he
got some
some
portals
too.
right here.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
double backstory. I was supposed to bring the Portos to them, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it. So I brought y'all the Portos and ordered them Portos again.
Oh, that's dope.
It's right here.
I hope you enjoyed it
But
as much as we do.
we just wanted to call and say hey, and that the last song was sick. We caught it after our dinner. So
Thank you so much,
hell
good
man.
job.
Thank you guys. Love you
Yeah.
y'all.
Should have played all
Yeah,
of
man,
it
love
during
you too.
dinner.
See ya.
I see y'all.
Later.
Yeah, man. Make sure to go back if you want to check them all out, all those songs, and check them out again and just enjoy them, bro.
Thank you, man.
And it's good to have friends like that. You know what I mean? That have that support and shit like
I
that.
feel the love.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, thank you guys.
Aw.
No, but it's yeah, like I said, it's great to see, man, and I have multiple friends that are out there doing it, and to see them accomplish that kind of stuff, and yourself,
Thank you.
it feels good. It feels good because people are still out there trying and trying to, create. As much as many roadblocks or obstacles that are in life and even in the industries that we choose, you're still willing to fucking go out there and fight for that shit, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's motivation throughout.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? It's like you can't stop.
No.
Like if you love it, you won't stop. Like,
Yeah.
These calls definitely won't stop. Caller, you're on the West Coast.
Hey, this is Maddie calling for Joseph.
I'm here. I'm right here. What? She hung up?
That was it.
That was it.
She just wanted to say hi.
That's
She
hilarious.
wanted to show some love.
Oh, that's my baby right there.
Oh, maybe it hung up. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mario hung
Mario hung up on her.
I did
Oh,
not.
Mario.
I did not. Caller, you're on the West Coast.
No. I think that was me. I have my Beats headphones in.
See?
baby.
I'm always the first one to get
I got
blamed
too
around here.
excited. I was just calling to remind Joe to bring me back some Portos.
I will bring you back some cheese rolls for sure. I promise.
There
I
are
stash those on the side. That's the
to tell you
Mexican thing
that-
to do. You pack it before you go.
Yeah.
I got you, baby.
so what he's saying
Thank
is
you.
they're
It was
waiting in
awesome.
the car.
Yes.
Yes.
They're already locked and loaded.
Hell yeah.
Was
Hell
also calling just to say you sounded an amazing baby.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, nice.
I feel like y'all are just gassing me up, but I appreciate it. I love y'all.
No, man, that shit was amazing. That shit was amazing, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
just you and your guitar,
Yeah,
like,
that was incredible.
yeah. It's that-
You guys are the
Yeah,
best.
super proud over here, smiling hard while I eat my pad thie.
Yeah.
Ooh, pad thai.
Hell
That sounds
yeah.
good. Patsy, you.
And I hate to say this though, but I mean,
Exactly. Yeah, no, pad to you. Exactly.
I hate to say this though, but your sound to me, you don't need a band, bro. Like
Damn.
that's just me. I mean, no shade to nobody out there, but like,
Thank you.
if you're in a band and you mess with this dude, like, keep messing with him, bro, because he's going somewhere.
I could tell you some real shit about bands, and that had a lot to do with that conversation where I was like, honestly, it's funny enough, my girl, like, when you meet someone, they meet that standard you always thought was unrealistic, and you're like, whoa, that was real? That could be okay. And once I got that under my belt, I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat the rest of my life like that. Like, I always was picky about my relationships because I was like, if you can't meet me where I want to be, then, like, why would we do this, And once I did get that, I was like, oh, shit. And so with my band, I was, like, feeling the same way because I think we played at Harvard and Stone. And, like, this cool dude, Byron, from Latin Alt Radio was there. And he's like, oh, I'll put your new song up. Like, super cool guy. But when I heard all the other bands play, I was like, man, fuck this. I'm embarrassed. I feel like we're a filler band. Like, I don't want to ever feel like a filler band. You know what I mean? I was just like, my stomach was turning, and like, they were like, we did all right. And I was like, I don't want to do all right. Like, I want to be undeniably good. Oh,
she hung.
Yeah,
she's heard the story before.
Yeah, she has. She definitely has.
I'm not interested in all right.
No, exactly. I'm not interested in all right. I want to.
I understand that feeling completely. I'm not interested in all right. Like that. And no shade to anybody that is interested in all right. That's cool, you know, but I have zero interest in all right. You know, like,
and that's what separates you.
Yeah.
I think I rubbed those guys the wrong way for sure. I told them, and they're like, "No, that's what I want to hear." But like, you know, shit got weird.
No, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Like people always like, Steve, you're a hater. Nah, man. I just try to tell people the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As much as it hurts you, because it ain't hurting me, but as much as it hurts you, like, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, like, oh, how do we sound? Like shit. You know?
I think you're the first band or first artist that I've heard Steve really like in the last 2 years.
Thank you.
I don't know. Like, this is the most hyped I've actually heard you.
There's been a couple to where the conversation was how much he expected them to suck versus them doing like I really expect them to be terrible, but they were good.
Yeah.
But yours is the only one that doesn't come with like a qualifier. You know what I mean? Where it's just like it's just open praise, not like
it's not a backhanded compliment.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
No, I'm very grateful for that.
By the way, Johnny, you're funny that one day, but not those all those other Tuesdays on the show. Shit, but that one time, hell yeah.
No. That's the first time he's done stand up here, and I've seen him, and there's a process to it. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
I'm not gonna lie to my buddy and be like, "Oh, you sound fucking awesome."
Yeah.
No, that's not what he wants to hear.
Tell him the truth.
And that's not what he needs to hear. Because I want to see him succeed. I want to see him be up there. I want to see I want to know and see that shit when it's like Johnny's fucking, you know, first fucking hour special. And we're in the audience at fucking, I don't know where the fuck you'd have it, but, you know, and be like, what the fuck? And know that shit's 100% fucking funny as fuck. And no one's going to walk out there with you know, that was weak. You know? And then like my boy Mario too. I mean, he really sets himself at a standard for sound, and when he goes places, like, you know what? One of the things is, we'll be at a gig and shit, and he'll be like, "Oh, this fucking sound sucks. What the fucks?"
I walk in.
That was funny.
I walk in and I say, "Mario, how was the Darker Wave show?" And he goes, "You know what? All the performances were good, but the fucking sound guy." And I was like, "Man, I don't want to hear about what your beef with the sound guy. I don't want to hear about it.
It ruined my experience, though, Johnny."
I understand, and I'm not saying your experience, you know, you're entitled to all of that. But what I am saying is that every story about every show somehow involves the sound guy. No matter what, it has to be about, it's like, and it's like, I don't want to. I've never had one story about the sound guy. You know how many shows I've been to? I've been to 1 million shows, and I've never had one story about the sound guy.
And they all sound great.
Mario got a story about the sound guy at every fucking show.
You know what?
Show,
Not
man.
true. The YouTube theater on point every single fucking time.
Oh, what's the YouTube theater?
That one inside
SoFi,
LA Live
inside of SoFi.
It is a really nice theater. It is
Holy
a really
fuck.
nice theater.
The acoustics, the sound, god damn.
Hell yeah.
Fucking on point. Gonna go see LP on this Friday.
But see, but that's Mario's ear. That's what his passion is.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I get why it's happening.
But I'm with you too. Like, it can be some bullshit bar, and he's like, this sounds like shit. It's supposed to.
I guess.
You know? It's a bar, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna spend that much money on goddamn tickets, I better be fucking whisked away. In Vegas, went to go see Morrissey at the Caesar's Palace, which I found out later on was designed for Celine Dion. Holy fuck, you are immersed with sound from the ceiling, from the walls. That's the most.
You can hear him crying.
Hell yeah!
You hear, man. You can hear just like every time he was like, man, like it's just like, oh, I heard that. Like,
full sound. So
yeah.
Damn. But that's just the love that they have for these things that they do, you know, and it comes out with you too, and your friends calling and everyone in the chat saying stuff, and just personally just hearing it, man. Like,
thank you, man.
You're like, oh, I'm working on these. Like, they don't sound like they're just being worked on. Them shit sound fucking legit already.
You,
he just made up some lyrics right now, Sammy.
I definitely got to hear that back though. I was like, oh, that was the realest shit right there. I've got no control. That's true. Okay, like, no, thank you, man. It's been a fun journey for sure. You know, I think I've had a lot of really good friends, luckily, behind me the past year, especially. And even being a part of my Grito, there's some people in there that, like, from other bands that, like, really, like, the dudes from Bad Hombres, you know, those dudes pulled me aside one day, and their frontman was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, what? What do you mean? And he's like, you gotta own this, bro. He's like, you know how many people, like, everyone's looking for, like, a guy like you. Like, you got talent, bro. Like, own that shit. Because I think you could see I was timid about it all still, you know? Like, and I don't know, when he told me that, it was just like he planted a seed, you know? And I was like, fuck. And I started playing out more, and some of my friends were like, bro, you know, because today I would say I sounded like I was at 50 to 60% at my best. Like, I was nowhere near my standard for myself today. And I'm like, fuck it, you know, I'm just gonna play, I'm not gonna think about it, I'm just gonna have fun, try to be in the zone. But my buddy Justin was like, bro, you know, like, when you're at 40%, that's really good to a lot of people. He's like, so, like, stop fucking thinking about it. Like, just, we're here to have fun, you know what I mean?
Do it.
And once I got into that mindset, I was like, you're right, bro. And then I started realizing, like, nah, I do got some talent, you know what I mean? And then I think that confidence started to, like, slowly meet the talent level where I was like, okay, well, now I just gotta do it consistently. That's it. I just gotta keep pushing, keep doing it, and, like, never stop, like, and just get it out there as much as I can. But otherwise, it's been nice to have that, like, okay, cool, like, I got something, I love it, you know. It's not even about that for me, it's just about doing it, period. Like, if I lost it, I'd still do it till the day I die, you know. Like, I can't, this is how I survive, is by writing and shit, you know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, I think I met that, I had that transition finally. That's definitely the difference from, like, the guy you guys saw who I was like, I don't really want to play, like, yeah, sure, let me grab this acoustic and do a half jam real quick, you know what I mean? To like, oh, fuck it, I got some shit I've been working on, like, I'm down, I love this shit, like, let me show you, like, and it's just, I think it takes community sometimes, you know? Like, I wouldn't have had those moments if it weren't for those supportive figures being like, what are you doing? Like, nah, go get that, you know what I mean? Like,
and that's something we all need, you know, in life. You know, we have those people that keep us on track or remind us who we really are, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a loved one, whether it's a girlfriend or a best friend, or guys that we get, you know, together every Tuesday night and remind each other that there's a lot of talent in this room, man, and we just have to keep going forward and you know, and not only just for us, but show people, like, this shit can happen, man.
Yeah,
this shit can happen, and this shit's real, and you can touch it, you can hear it, you can taste it. You just gotta want it. You know what I mean? And I hope that
you
this
definitely
show,
just want it. You have to want it.
And I hope this show is that for some people. Like, they get to see people like yourself come here, perform, and be like, fuck, all right. And it motivates them. Or they hear Johnny's stories or Mario stories, and whatever they want to do, it just motivates them to, like, just be out there and go, like, fuck, you know what? Yeah, I got to keep pushing.
Man, on the way over here, I was listening to Brian Simpson's podcast. Brian Simpson's one of my favorite comics, and, like, his podcast is really good. And he was just talking about that he had met The Rock earlier that day. And for the phrase, I'd never met The Rock before, and they were talking about that. He was just saying how Brian Simpson said at the beginning that of his career that he doesn't know that whatever, that he made the decision then that whatever it cost him, he was going to get where he was trying to go. And he didn't know if it was going to be happiness at the end of that. He didn't think, like, this is a good decision or any of that. But I'm willing right now to sacrifice whatever it takes to do it. It's like, no such thing as halfway crooks. Like, you can't be dilly-dallying around and, like, looking around. Like, you gotta be in or out. Like, that's it, man. The only way out is in.
I love that.
Yeah. And every Tuesday, you got to be in on this #1 live podcast. It's the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast.
That's us.
Coming to you live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Live on Twitch, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and you can catch us on those other apps.
Live on Instagram last week, one time.
Yeah. Not on our Instagram, but maybe soon.
But we were
Hurry
live.
up, Instagram, with that shit. Rare Hearts, you playing anywhere live anytime soon?
Not that I know. I'm just recording.
Right
but you can give him follow at I Am Rare Hearts
on all the social media.
And he will definitely post up there if he's going to be performing soon.
Hell yeah.
And, if you want to just catch these songs again, you can check it out on all the platforms that you can watch and listen to podcasts.
YouTube.
And we can go watch Johnny live somewhere in December, right?
December 9th, the Lomita Ale House in Lomita, California. Saturday, December 9th, 8 o'clock. It's going to be fun. I'm supposed to get the flyer today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's how you know that shit's serious.
Yeah, I didn't even do it myself. I had a fucking flyer made.
Oh, shit. Flyer made by a flyer guy. Look at that.
We'll see today.
So show up to Lomita.
My first time doing, putting the show together. Everybody on there is murderers, so it'll be fun. Come out.
Get murdered by Johnny.
And Mario, what you got? I know you got something.
I know. I got way too much shit going on. This Saturday, guys, we said post-Thanksgiving New Wave dance party. It's all dark wave last week. Need to switch that shit up and let's get back into the New Wave vibe. So come out to Mal's Bar this Saturday. After you spend all your money all day on the digital stuff, I don't know, is anyone even doing the Black Friday bullshit anymore?
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. For fucking lame wads, I don't know.
But you know what? Some stores, what they've done now is they've closed for Thanksgiving.
Thank God.
And then they'll open up on Black Friday. Yeah. So give people that day off,
You know what's the gnarliest thing with all that shit? Everyone's been doing their sales for about a week or two already. Yeah, so it's kind of like, what's the point? Yeah. I don't get it.
We'll see. They better drop it significantly now.
Yeah, they're going to have to drop it even more, you know?
I hope it does. It's fucking stupid.
I don't want to see that crazy shit. If I see that shit again, I'm going to throw up. That's just always so sad. You're like, is that who we are?
It is.
You see all those people crawling and fight. You're like, no.
That $100 80-inch TV.
I mean, you might get me in there for $100 80-inch TV. I mean,
I was working at the Circuit City in Compton, and I witnessed that shit. People trampling over fucking people. It was just like, what the fuck?
It was the big deal.
I'm sure it was a TV or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
It's always TVs. It's always the TVs.
Now it's not as nowhere as crazy. They give out vouchers, but back in the day, they would just open the doors and everyone was running like fucking animals,
pushing grandmas over and shit.
Whoever.
People, I know people die from that shit because they got fucking stomped the fuck out.
Damn.
God damn.
Everything's getting that's the how expensive everything is now, and it's all true. But TVs are so cheap.
I know.
I remember the first time I got a big TV, I spent this is when I was rich. I spent $3,500, and it was a TV that you couldn't charge $50 for now. You know what I mean? It still had the tube in it. It was big,
shit.
But it was still heavy. It was still a big. It was the last of that generation of TV, and it's everything is so much more expensive except for televisions, man. You get that shit for nothing.
Cheap.
Yeah, you get it for nothing.
They just want us to be entertained, Johnny. They want to control us. Sell us advertisements.
I wish I was into computer stuff so I could have a big ass
monitor,
a fucking 60-inch monitor. That's just that's just a TV.
Yeah,
it's a TV. You plugged your fucking.
Well, you want to be entertained? It's every Tuesday night. The West Coast Pop Lock Podcast, the number one live podcast. Enjoy the turkey, the stuffing, the potatoes, whatever the hell it is that you make.
Don't kill your family.
And make sure to get that big TV.
Yeah, don't kill no one.
Please don't kill no
The number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.